Good morning.
My name is Nili Hayoti. I work for the government, Nairobi City County, as a ward administrator. I must say that being the one setting the tempo, I'm a bit nervous, but I pray that God gives me the courage. So I'm delighted to be here this morning. I've all along been admiring the preachers, and at the back of my mind I keep asking myself, how can I be able to one time stand in the pulpit and preach like the preachers do? But I'm happy today. I've gotten a chance through revolutionary preaching. The writer has taken us through the life of Jesus. As a young child, Jesus was born in a village where each and everyone would imagine that is a low value, a low class village. As he grew, he mingled with the people at the village level. He never went to any school. We are never told that he went to any school. And he was a child who was brought up in humble beginnings until the age of 30, where he started preaching. But he was not preaching in a pulpit, he was not preaching in a class, he was not taken through a class of preaching, but he was just preaching in the village, in the estate. And the writer has taken us through the way Jesus mingled with people. Jesus, during his preaching time, that is now at the age of 30 when he started preaching, he used some means of communication that made it so simple for him to get the attention of the people that he was preaching to. And the writer has taken us through those methods that Jesus used so as to reach the public, so as to reach his crowd. One of them is attentiveness. He made sure that he would reach to the people and make them aware that he was preaching them using several means. Another one was communication through connection. He was connecting with people through various means so that he's able to get in touch with them. You cannot be able to preach to people or get their attention without connecting with them. So that is how Jesus made sure, that is a way Jesus used to ensure that the crowd or the population that he's preaching to, that is giving that message of hope to, got connected to him. And the third one is presence. His presence. Jesus made sure that his presence was there with the people that he was preaching to. He could not, thank you. He made sure that he was available, he was there for the people that he was preaching to. And the writer has taken us through to the characteristics of the four characteristics that Jesus used to preach to the people. One was using narratives, using stories. Jesus could tell stories that would make people get attracted to him. Two, simplicity. He used simple language that people could understand and connect with. And number three, familiarity. He used examples of people, of things that are real, that people are familiar with, to make his message go through. And finally, concreteness. So one way to connect is to share stories, that will cause people to listen and get the information that you're getting unto them.
You will clap after she answers our questions. You've been through chapter 1 of this book, right? I see that you made some very elaborate notes, and it seems to me that you have covered everything from your chapter.
Yes.
But I just want you to just tell me now, how did Jesus connect with the people? Because one of the things you said that Jesus did was that he connected with the people, isn't it?
Yes.
Now the reason why we are learning about how Jesus communicated is so that we can learn from the master communicator, who is Christ. So you said he connected with the people. How did Jesus connect with the people? And now that after you tell me that, can you just tell us what can we learn from that to connect with people?
Jesus connected with his people by one, I said, sharing the stories that are real, that affect the people with them, and by being there with them. The greatest.
I asked the question, so you talk to me.
Yes.
Don't worry about them now.
What?
See, this is a very important lesson. This is connection now, you see? This is how Jesus connected with the people.
Yes.
Right? This is connection. That's why I'm using it as an example. That this is what it means to connect. So tell us now. So one of the things you said, how Jesus connected was he told stories.
Yes.
Yeah.
And made sure that he is there for them. He is attentive to their questions, because from the chapter I learned that the greatest want is to want to be heard. Sometimes the crowd is there, and because there is no connection, you've not accepted them the way Jesus accepted the crowd, then the message would not properly get to the listener. But Jesus connected and was attentive, and also made sure that he was available for the audience.
So he never judged the people then?
No.
Right? He was open to them.
He was open to them. It doesn't matter where the person is coming from. Even if it's a rich person, poor person, all of them, Jesus communicated with them. He communed with them. He would interact with them.
You said commune. Why are you using commune now?
Yeah, from the word communicate, you can realize that it's something that is involving together, community, people coming together. So Jesus would work together with the groups, with the people.
So if we truly want to communicate with a group of people, then we must also build that community.
Yes.
It comes from the word communicate,
yes,
which means you care for this community.
Yes.
So Jesus truly cared for them.
True.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let's give it a hand. Okay, you did very well. Now, before you sit, I want to just give you my input. When you were explaining how Jesus communicated, you even explained what communique is. You communed with the people. We never get that from your presentation. Right? But you are able to go to it because you understood your chapter very well. So I'm commending you for knowing your chapter very well. Okay? And if you are to actually not follow your notes, I believe you'd be able to deliver your summary of this chapter in a much better way. Okay. This is what I believe.
Thank you.
Right? So, as an example, I'm going to give you another chance to present it without this. Okay? Just so that we all can see that it is indeed possible. Okay? So, you are speaking about
Communication, Jesus.
Yeah, how did Jesus communicate?
My name is Nelly Ayoti. I work for the government, Nairobi City County, as a ward administrator. Firstly, Jesus made sure that he used some communication characteristics to ensure that the people that he was talking to get the information, get the message that he was communicating to them. In the first place, Jesus ensured that there was communication between him and the people that he was preaching to by connecting to them. He used several ways to connect with the people. He would meet the people at their places. Jesus never waited for people to come looking for him. He would meet them at their places. He would go and commune with people wherever they are, gain their confidence so that he's able to talk to them. He's able to give them the message. He was also available for them, presence, that Jesus could make his presence available for the people that he was talking to. So anytime Jesus would want to talk to the people, he would make sure that it goes there. And that is one key factor that made him communicate with the people well, and the people receive him. And another factor was attentiveness. Jesus was always attentive to his crowd. He was ready and he was there to respond to them. Like in a case in the Bible of the woman who touched the garment of Jesus. You can imagine that Jesus was talking to people, and this lady was struggling to come and get close to Jesus. But by only touching the garment, Jesus was able to connect with that lady. So this shows that Jesus was always ready and attentive to attend to the crowd and to the people who he was talking to. Thank you.
Wow. I think that was excellent, isn't it? And it took you 2 minutes according to this camera. Can you see how when you are calmer and you're more relaxed, how you are able to organize your thoughts so you don't mix it up? We took away your notes, we took away the book, and yet you articulated it so well. You did not say everything that was in your notes,
Yes.
but I don't think any of us missed the point. That the way Jesus communicated, the first thing he did was he connected with the people. And the example you gave of the women touching the hem of his garment, Jesus was attentive to her. You see? That is good communication that we learn from Jesus. Let's give her another hand. She did very well. Okay? Purija? Thank you.